Abanokira kimu ebirwaire no biraga nenkoro yawe yokikugu baine byoma ebya meridian therapy nibikonyera okwigula ebinywa kutereza emigongo alinywa bakusasa nibakumara mu busasi bona bwino munyingo hatinywa bakuzimbe bigere mugende mubayikire nibakora handweleza amaiso nibajanja basukali harusazi okwetaga kusara size okendezo munyeto gwine oine kizibu kyo kusanyarara hamuna inywa abateirwe stroke niba batereza ni mugaruka okurungi muno abafo how Chinese hano Karuguza basange muhanda gwa Kizizi ogugenda vision hakyombeko kyakona house haihine ichundiro lya magiteri yaka opposite Millennium Guest House rundi baterera namba zesimu 0 kinana na mnana msanju na msanju asatu na mnana na 0 nkaga na ibiri kinana na isatu anna nemu for how Chinese hamuno bwijanja byo burungi.
Esaha zikire ibire zekiro ohulirize Kdr 10.3 fama akaire kanu nikakuleterwa
MTN Voice Bundles ezikutera network zona habei dondolo migasita 10 ibiri mu hash rundo yekonyeza my MTN app okome mu daily bundle habo kuba butukubaza itwena titukwemerezebwa. MTN Uganda Limited nerolerwa Uganda Communications Commission.
A very good evening. It is a minute past 8 p.m. My name is Deo Asiimwe. I welcome you to this broadcast of Kdr News. Now the detail. Listeners of Karuguza Development Radio 100.3 Kdr FM in Karuguza Town, Kivale Town Council in Kivale District have today held their meeting where they elected new members of Listeners Executive and also a new executive members. The new executive members of the Listeners Circle. The meeting, which attracted several listeners from Greater Kivale, Kiegegwa, Kienjejo districts, deliberated on how they can remain steadfast and resourceful to the welfare of each other to develop under the Kdr FM Listeners Circle and to keep in touch as listeners. Christopher Kidabo, best known as CK Nganji, who has been serving as the Listeners Chairperson, has been re-elected in the same position after going through unopposed. Pauline Basidika alias Mukasanyu Buchuhia has been elected as Vice Chairperson, Patrick Batume alias Pat Repsarale as Secretary, Pius Kiza alias Pius Kisojo as the Treasurer, and John Tibetera as Publicity Secretary, whereas Asaba Wobsingi alias Somhediza Asaba Mugasani Chegegwa is the Defense, and other 8 people as members. The meeting that was held at Kdr FM premises at Kirembo Hill in Buyanja Sel, Kivale Town Council, also re-elected Tadeo Birunji, best known as Moti Tads, as the Listeners Circle Chairperson for his second term after beating Pasco Bomgisa alias Pasco Omugezi. Other newly elected circle leaders are John Tibetera as the Vice Chairperson, Pasco Bomgisa alias Pasco Omugezi as the Treasurer, Joseph Kahida as Secretary, whereas Paul Mukisa is the Publicity Secretary, and Edward Kwesiga is the Loans Committee Chairperson, with Christopher Kidabo CK and Pius Kiza alias Pius Kisojo as members, among others. In his remarks, Ronald Tumsime Jamil, the radio station manager, has applauded the solidarity, love and support they have always offered to Kdr FM, and that they should maintain the solidarity to transform their livelihoods.
Batukitinsa matiaga nsajja kateekawo rediyo nawe bigenderwa bitayito munno. Kyo kubanza kuteekawo empinduka hinduka mu bantu kenga. Kubagana amagezi bwangu akusibika embuzi nayo omwegereho bwangu akola guno nagulo bwengereho bwangu abandi bafunira emirimu bwa Kdr tujja kubakolera t-shirts ezabahuliriza bayita komulingo gumu okubasiima t-shirts zijja kubaza okusasula tujja kuzeereza inywe aba active listeners tujja geno maiso n'okubaheereza n'okubasagika.
Addressing them, Joseph Sazi, the local Council 3 chairperson Kibale Town Council, applauded the love and commitment they have always offered to the radio, asking them to protect the image of the radio station through engaging in developmental activities.
Ediyenu tutumbuire twena muno yito abana bya ufuzi labwe abantu abetera ina hamu abene bigendererwa ebikulisana ati mulinka abachi kabaserebu baitu kukuma kurungi ekitinisa kyanyu mwene kwa mwinesena nkubasaba mugene mukole muno kandi kyemanyire erediye je kubatunda muikahara baitu nja kujana ngere kyegebwa ngame mamuhereza naka ninka mbona iko wankasanga atayo toyi oje ko mbihize muno nabe kwene kuswa kwetereza kuli kujwara kurungi kusemeza hakawawe.
Tadeo Birungi, the newly elected SACCO chairperson, and Christopher Kidavo, the listeners' chairperson, and other committee members expressed optimism that the umbrellas will thrive, vowing to steer them towards achieving their goals and fostering a sense of belonging of the radio station across communities.
Simwa timulida habokutekaniza ekintu kino tinyikaire ninkora nyenka bagenzi bange bayikaine bangamba kiki kyamane ekigendo mashi ngonza kubasaba tuyikale nitukwataniza nitukoragana ekyogenda atuwa kurambura tikuligenda kulya sente kuligenda kwega twerinde kututomeza bajja kutomeza oli akwenda omubazi ohe birungi kuonka okoleki obo musisa sise nkusaba abahuliriza nkabahuliriza ebintu ebyo tubiyehali nkusaba mukamali mwekulembeze waitu obuganja n'obo bukoleki ikaroho niho nkusabira hano abe executive bwe turabaga tutekereye birango ha radio dundi bakutekeremo akasimu nitukuweta kuija mu rukurato tukusaba okoleki oyijege nkoko tukomerwe hadeka nkusaba ekintu kinu tukitwazo mu maiso niko naitwa sakenu nayo esobole kugobororamu na bamemba bayo naitwa tusobole kugobororamu.
The listeners were also treated to eats and drinks among others. 38 Kibale district historicals have presented a report to the Kibale Resident District Commissioner Godwin Angalia Kasigwa in regard to their presidential visit they had in June this year. The Kibale District Chairperson of Historicals, Emmanuel Kayanja, during the meeting held at the district headquarters, said that their leadership has already submitted to the Office of the Prime Minister 11 children of historicals to be considered for various jobs. He says that they have also made their bank accounts ready in regard to the presidential funding pledge to the historical circle.
When RDC twarugire ntebe tukagenga gukora bino oka abana bayitu abagonze imirimo abana bayakonze mbe bakahandikwa kadika abana 10 beto twagenzire abamu tasoboye gukora bamu kandi ibihandiko bagonzaga na subject y'ubuzobasomere ezindi batakwitwa abana balinka babiri twizire twagenga kuri Prime Minister katweta kakumiro agiyayo nawe nagonze kutwara abana beto baragenda mu mahe so abana bakahandikwa na bemirimo ejindi
abana mukaga mu mahe kuminomo mu police and prison
minisitiri w'icyo bya mukama yatweta nagonze bihandiko byeyitu twakozire itara twacyoyire basanga account yitu itari ku rungyo banka twageza kusemeza account yitu no gigaro byaka.
During the meeting, the historicals were also briefed about the presidential visit in Bunyoro as he is set to launch the 5-acre model in Kakumiro district come November this year. Godwin Angalia Kasigwa, the resident district commissioner Kibale, warned the historicals against selling off properties they get or are set to get from the government, citing the heifers, among others, but work hard to transform their lives.
President Naija Kakumiro Durek 15 November akuja kulauncinga 4-acre model mu Bunyoro owire tujana mwina preparinga na kulungisa abakuru in case bakuba bayizire. President muno mu bintu bya agriculture rundi bya kulima akutusaba tulime mwadi kokowa tulime n'obutunda so twekambe tukole ebintu ebyo amabatu tugafuna tutagatunda okufuna ente utagitunda sente mugenda kufuna milioni 10 ka president yabaliza ezo tizirizo kubagana tukwetaga sako ikareho abayukuru bayitu bagisangeho bafunemu sente ziriza sako baiti kandi ekizibu tuba nakyo sigintore sente buzijja baira basitana etabakema ezo sente za State House bakubasiba paka womezi wangu mutakwata gonze komiti ziri zali inyi muri just bekulembeze tumucrossinga gonze nkubesibira so ziri mu process byona biri mu process kandi mugenda kuyifuna ati tulinda bya president tujja kubana meetings nyingi zigenda kujja maisa prime minister na atueta minister ya mukama na atueta tuzive.
At the same meeting, Fred Matavu, the Kivale interim chairperson, asked the historicals to embrace a saving culture if they are to accumulate wealth.
Kwa sente teza murudi ya sente zeko izo ya wireyo sente ziri zijja kujja tuteganya ku savinga bandika ati ziri mali ziri zijja kusanga nito muzire kunywane saka.
Now, the Anti-Corruption Court has again blocked attempts by the prosecution to verify and play the audio of evidence in the corruption case against 3 members of parliament. Luwengo, woman member of parliament, Sisi Namuju, Paula Kamba of Busiki County and Yusuf Mutembuli of Bunyole East are charged with soliciting kickbacks in exchange of approval of budgets for ministries, departments and agencies. The audio in question involves Ms. Mariam Wangadia, the Uganda Human Rights Commission chairperson, whose docket was one of those targeted by the 3 legislators and others. Ms. Wangadia is a state witness against the legislators, and in court today, the prosecution prayed for Judge Lawrence Gidudu to allow her verify the audio she recorded of the conversation she had with the accused members of parliament while they asked for the bribe to have her commission's budget raised by the budget committee. Ms. Wangadia said she had listened to the audio evidence while at the CID and confirmed it was her recording. The prosecution then asked the court to allow her identify the audio, which defense objected to. Judge Gidudu says the audio will be reviewed as an exhibit at a later stage during cross-examination. Now, the Uganda Wildlife Authority, WUA, has disbursed 3.15 billion shillings in revenue sharing funds to 6 districts surrounding the Magician Falls protected area. The disbursement event held at Nuaya District Headquarters today was presided over by the Minister of Tourism, Wildlife and Antiquities, Tom Butime. The minister emphasizes the importance of this initiative, highlighting the crucial role of local communities that they play in safeguarding Uganda's natural heritage. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, Raymond Engena has appreciated the support from the districts and pledged the commitment of the board to ensure communities benefit from the conservation work done by the Uganda Wildlife Authority. Sam Mwanda, the executive director of WUA, has highlighted the progress made in community development through various disbursements and the positive impact on local economy. Chairman of the Nuaya District, Emmanuel Orach, has expressed gratitude on the behalf of all districts receiving the funds.
You are still listening to KDR News Broadcast. This is the news on the international scene.
Now, for the news on the international scene, police in Barcelona are hunting for a separatist former leader of Catalonia, Charles Puigdemont, who made a dramatic return to Spain after a 7-year exile despite facing an outstanding arrest warrant, and the Mossos Esquadra Catalan police set up roadblocks within Barcelona and leading out of the city as part of the Operation Jaula or Cage, aimed at finding the suspect, who was seen leaving a rally today morning in a car. The operation was reportedly ended a few hours later. For much of the past several years, he has lived in Brussels after the police indicted him on charges linked to a failed bid for Catalan independence in 2017. Dear listener, it is 14 minutes past 8 p.m. My name is Deo Asiimwe. As I wind up the newscast, take a quick look on the top stories once more. Karuguza Development Radio listeners elect new leadership, new circle leaders. Court saves audio evidence in MP's corruption case for last. Uganda Wildlife Authority releases 3.2 billion shillings to communities around Matichon Falls National Park, and police hunt ex-Catalan separatist leader after shock return from exile. That's it. I wish you the best of your night. It is a Thursday. I wish you the best of it, and please keep it us.
From all over the world, local, regional, national and international, Kdr FM